What do you think people should do who are trading now?
I think they should buy more crypto.
Like honestly, I always operate on like the safety side. So if you are worried on like things crashing and stuff, stable coins, man.
Stable coins,
How's it, guys? Welcome back to the Quick Trader channel. I'm Luca. Today I'm with David and Keenan.
Hello.
And we're going to be covering a little bit about Bitcoin and how it's crashed.
I wasn't holding much Bitcoin. I was holding about, I won't disclose that. But,
Thankfully, I wasn't holding any Bitcoin. I was holding USDT.
okay. Yeah. If you're holding a stable coin, like if for those of you guys who were paying attention, if you hold a stable coin, then these crashes won't really affect you as much.
Yeah.
You still get a bit of a hit, but not too crazy. I've noticed USDT dropped a little bit.
Yeah, it dropped a bit, but
nothing crazy.
The crypto market will affect the dollar, but it didn't. I mean, it dipped by like 0.0 something because it was still on 16 rand 7 cents.
so
So
I
that's
last checked. I think it is.
yeah.
still 16.
So the stable coins didn't take like this massive knock. Yeah. But a lot of people have asked me about the why Bitcoins crashed. Guys in the group as well for the webinars, they've asked why. I've done some research. I know that the ETF funds everyone was selling. So people were just selling their Bitcoin ETFs. I think about 2.2 billion rand in leverage was liquidated. So it's like big whales just sold their holdings. Half of the capitalization of Bitcoin was sold to exchange platforms. So basically like people who had Bitcoin in cold wallets on the 5th of Feb, I believe it was that date, liquidated everything. And we're not exactly sure why. There's a couple of different factors. We know that Bitcoin was just above its resistance line prior to the crash.
64.
The resistance line is like 58 to 64 years. But Bitcoin was standing at 88 and it dipped to I think 62.
It's a massive drop, that is...
20%, 25%.
It's insane, dude.
It's
people lost a lot of money during this dip if they weren't smart about it. Yeah.
Thankfully.
You were holding USDT,
Thankfully,
lucky.
I didn't get...
So what I did was when I saw the dip, I first lost I think 4%. And then I did a swap, so I converted all my Bitcoin to USDT. And then I think yesterday I bought in again, but in the morning. And then by the afternoon, Bitcoin had bounced up. I think it's at $70 and $70,000, 500, something like that.
Say, buy now.
$70.
I made like 7%.
Sell your house,
7%. If you had timed it correctly, the dip, and you bought ETH, like Ethereum, Ripple, XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, XMR, you would have made a lot of money. All of those coins went up by more than 5% in the last 24 hours.
That's
was a
where I
large
was
jump.
lackluster. People told me I must buy XRP.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll get on it later.
It's still a good time to buy. XRP sitting at, I checked, it was 22 rand.
It's sitting low at the moment.
Yeah. Because before the dip, it was 26 rand for a coin. Now, after the coin has recovered, it's at 22 rand. So it's still a good time to buy, to purchase.
You're not gonna lose out on anything by buying now. It's actually a great way to just stack some cash.
Why do you guys think like the coin crash? Obviously,
I have a huge theory about this. I've been ready. Okay, so first of all, I think it has, my personal opinion here, I think it has something to do with Venezuela. Trump taking over Venezuela. I think that started this whole rocky road with cryptocurrency. Also, America's taken over one of the biggest oil supplies in the world as well, which is Venezuela, South America. And then this happens every cycle in the crypto space, and that is that people start speculating who Satoshi is. And I know the Epstein files came out now, and basically it's pointing to, what's her name? Ghislaine, whatever.
Can't pronounce it.
Couldn't care about the name.
It's good that you can't pronounce it.
No ties. But I think it's got something to do with that as well. People are just not keen to support something like that, you know, and
Yeah, for sure.
If it's
they're
tied in with,
speculating. Well, especially with what was going on with the, you know, I don't want to get technical here or political, but no one wants to be involved with the Epstein files. So I mean,
100%,
Yeah.
man. But so I think that is just speculative. I'm not sure at this point, but we were talking and we were like, that would kind of make
that
sense
does make sense.
Yeah.
though.
where their wealth came from.
you were
because-
making a good point earlier
Yeah,
about that.
Yes, and like
Yeah.
how they could have possibly used Bitcoin for the trafficking.
Yeah.
What was it? How much did you say that just vanished? It was like how much liquidity?
That was a lot.
Liquidity, it's cold wallets that
Yeah.
they were basically sold.
Whale
as a
holders.
dump. Yeah.
They dumped it onto the exchanges now.
2.2 million or
You
3.2
see,
million, something around there.
crazy.
There was a
Dollars,
huge news
yeah.
article about it as well. But the amount of people and the amount of crypto being dumped onto the exchanges,
Yeah.
because I mean, it becomes their issue. But
My-
you mentioned to me about, you mentioned to me about on the exchanges themselves, you said it becomes a big problem for them or something like that?
Doesn't it?
A big problem in what happens.
Doesn't it
when they
empower
get
them a bit
dumped.
though?
It empowers them, but
Yeah,
then,
exchanges.
yeah.
Oh, so essentially the whole point of cryptocurrency is that it's a decentralized form of finance,
Yeah.
right? So I think there's a couple of things that are an issue. A lot of people started trading to not be in the banking system, or at least not be a victim of it.
Yeah.
But now they're in a system that could have been created by, a criminal. So that's why we saw such a dip. Obviously, any negative media regarding cryptocurrency that sticks and that affects a lot of people will affect the value of that currency. And what essentially happens now and why it's kind of bad for us, not bad, but it could have an impact on us, is that all these centralized exchanges now were dumped with all these cryptos, which means the whole point of this thing was to be decentralized.
Yeah.
But you don't want an exchange platform having all of this all of the leverage,
Yeah.
basically.
Because then they control the markets in a sense.
They could control the markets, add certain policies, additional policies that basically make decentralized institutions centralized by their policies.
Yeah.
See what you
So that's why I think by giving centralized platforms even more leverage and capital with cryptocurrency, they now have more influence and say into how we are supposed to conduct ourselves.
Yeah, and rightfully so. It makes sense because then obviously the Bitcoin supply is held more by these exchanges, and then you have problems like the government controlling all the different regulations, and that all
100%.
trickles down to us as traders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every knock
sense.
like against Bitcoin's legality or the nature of Bitcoin is going to result most of the time in these institutions having more control over traders' finances.
Yeah.
Which is a sad reality, but it is the case. I really hope that Bitcoin was created by someone who's
Positive
not
influence.
because it's such a liberating way of using your finances. You don't necessarily need to declare every single thing that you do. I mean, if there's a taxable event, for sure, but I don't like the fact that any institution can just peer into my finances and into my wealth and into my life essentially without my consent. And that's where peer-to-peer was birthed. We've spoken about this before. It's where cryptocurrency was birthed, sorry.
Yeah.
How in 2008, that's when people woke up to the realization that this banking system will fail us and we need an alternative that gives us autonomy over our own finances, and that was P2P. That's why what's happening right now, it's I'm quite a bit worried
Me
about
too.
it.
I
But
totally
the fact
agree.
that everything bounced back up and is looking stable,
positive.
it is reassuring. It didn't,
Tank.
continue to tank, but we will continue to update the guys.
Stay constant.
I think I wanted to say on that topic is I think Bitcoin will only go as low as the people will let it drop to. So it's going to drop probably lower than most people's expectations, like it has already. I mean, nobody could have forecasted this entire dump that's just happened now.
that's true.
But
back
with
at
saying
70.
that,
That's the thing though.
that's the thing. It's building up again, and that's probably because of our intervention, not us specifically,
Yeah,
but traders in
traders'
general.
intervention,
Yeah, I mean, this is people's livelihoods at stake, and it's a lot of money.
What
So
do you think people should do who are trading now?
I think they should buy more crypto.
Like honestly, I always operate on like the safety side. So
Okay.
if you are worried on like things crashing and stuff, stable coins, man.
Stable coins, yeah.
Hold the stables.
hold the
100%.
stables. You know, it's up to you. If you studied and you're in tune with market crashes and stuff like that, then it's up to you if you want to short it or things like that. But personally, that's not how I prefer to do it. You know, I prefer to just keep it safe and then just stick to P2P.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you just pretty much just keep stable coins.
Just keep stable coins, and
Yeah.
then if I have now clients who
I
are
like
looking for
playing
Bitcoin,
around, man. It's fun. I like playing around, gambling, like.
I mean, it's not like I
You win
don't
some.
trade Bitcoin. If I
Yes.
have a client looking for Bitcoin, I'll purchase it specifically for that client. But
Yeah.
that's mainly.
So you're
how
not
I
holding
operate.
at the moment?
No,
are you?
not at the moment.
Okay, I've also been out for a little bit. I wanted to say, it's been quite difficult trying to do like bigger trades with this crash at the moment, because
Yeah.
when you buy a stack of coin and you have to hold it and the client's taking his time,
Yeah, man.
you drop, you lose currency. and it's
While
like-
you're waiting for that sale, literally.
100%.
You imagine you
Watching
bought Bitcoin like on the 4th. If you bought 10k and then you woke up and it was 10k.
Yo, it's gone, bro.
Yeah. So definitely stable coins.
So you said if you bought 10k and you woke up and it was 10k.
No, if you bought 20k.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
but-
Yeah, if you bought
okay,
20k and you woke up, it dipped by like I think 24%.
That was a huge
yeah, it
dip,
was
dude.
But I know that some people have lost more because there was, I think it was a dip over 2 days, 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
So
Was a long
You'll
crash.
have lost quite a bit of cash, bruh.
Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got an opinion about why Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies crashed, let us know in the comment section below. Cheers, guys.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.